What's poppin', dogs? Mr. Allen here with some fun, capital F-U-N, fun loan calculations. We got ourselves a $20,000 loan. We got different terms. We got different rates. We want to know the cost of these loans so we can pick the one that's right for us. Now we're going to get the payments as well as the total cost of this loan. And did you know that you can actually do loan calculations in your TI-84 Plus? And you know I'm always rocking mine, so I'm calculating loans all the time. All right, let's get started. We're going to hit apps. We're going to click finance, which is our first choice, and then TVM solver. That's time value money. Now the first here is N. That's our number of months, our term, which will be 48 for this one. Then the second one down is our interest rate, which for ours is 4%. Then if we arrow down again, that's the total amount of the loan. So $20,000 for this particular one. You can just write over whatever you have in there, clear it out, type it in. Then I'm going to go to my payment. I don't know what my payment is. So we're going to hit alpha and then enter, which is solve, and it's going to tell us what that payment's going to be. For this one, it is $451.58. So let's do 451.58. There's my payment for that one. Now, if this is a 48-month loan, I would have 48 of those payments. So let's quit out of our TVM solver, and we're going to do 48 times that 451.58. And then we're going to have our total cost, which is $21,675.84. All right, there we go. Woo! Total cost of a $20,000 loan. So we got an extra $1,675.84 is what it cost to borrow that $20,000 at that interest rate for that amount of months. Now let's take a look at our 60-month loan. We're going to do the same process. I'm going to hit apps. I'm going to choose finance, TVM solver, and now I'm going to put in 60 for my number of months. I got 5%, so usually they'll charge a little bit more in interest the longer the term, but also is dictated by, say, your credit score and things like that. So again, fictitious here, just for fun, capital F-U-N. Woo! Love me some math. My payment, or my total loan amount is still $20,000. And then I'm going to go to my payment and I'm going to solve once again. So alpha, enter, that gives me $377.42. So it's like, hey man, you know, it goes down, right? $377.42. So it seems like it's cheaper, but again, you're paying over more months. So let's see here. I'm going to quit out of this once again, and I'm going to take my months times my cost of payment, right? We got 60 times 377.42, and my total cost is now $22,645.20. Okay, so it is a little bit more costly, right? It's about almost $1,000 more for the 60-month loan at a higher interest rate. All right, so your payment's lower, a little bit easier to work with, right? But you are paying more over the life of the loan. I'd imagine the same thing will occur here for the 72-month loan, but let's see how much more we're talking. We're going to hit apps. I'm going to hit finance. I'm going to choose TVM solver, and we're going to type in 72 now for our term. Then we've got our interest rate of 6%. Our total amount, the $20,000, still stays the same. And then that's our present value. PV is present value. And then on my payment, I'm going to solve for that. Alpha, enter. I'm going to get $331.46 when I round. $331.46. Now, sometimes they'll just round to the nearest dollar and do it that way. They might go to the nearest cent like that, 2 decimal places. So that is why we are rounding here. Okay, and not rounding only at the very end, euro. This is a time where I allow euro to not occur here. You only round once due to the application here. Okay, just want to get that out there, right? Get it out in the air. Get it out in the air. Now, let's find out what the total cost of this loan is. We're going to hit quit to quit out of our program there, and we're going to do 72 times 331.46, and I've got $23,865.12. So we got even another $1,000, maybe another $1,200 roughly that it's going to cost me for this one here. All right. So again, my payment is a lot less, or a little bit less, like $40 less, right? $46 less roughly. So it might make it a little bit easier month to month, but again, you are paying more over the life of the loan. So that's something that's good to know. You know what I'm saying? You want to know how much this is actually costing you. Okay. Now, one more thing I want to talk about here. Let me write this up for you guys. Let me write this up. So let's say we have ourselves an existing loan of $65,000 at 5.2% interest, and our payment is $696 per month. Now, my question to you guys is, how much could we save if we paid $100 more each month? Could we pay this off quicker, and could we save some moolah. You know what I'm saying? So once again, we're going to head to that TVM solver. I'm going to hit apps. I'm going to choose finance. I'm going to go to TVM solver. Now, what I'm going to do here is, let's see here. My number of months, I don't know what that is, right? It doesn't tell me how much time I have left in this loan. We got to figure that out. So if I go down to my interest rate, it's 5.2%. We'll change that one. Then I'm going to go to my present value. It's $65,000. Maybe this is for, college. This might be a house or whatever, a larger sum of money here. And you've got some of it paid off, but you still got some more to do. And maybe you got some more money now. You want to up your payment. You're like, hey, man, I can pay an extra $100, $796 a month. How much am I going to save? Let's find out. So my payment here is $696. So we're going to type in negative $696 for my payment. All right, because I'm taking that out each time. And now I'm going to arrow back up to my end, and I'm going to solve for the amount of months that I have in this loan. So alpha solve. It looks like we got 119.95. So we have about 120 months left. So 120 months left, right? Now, how much is that going to cost me for this loan? Well, why don't we take that 120 and multiply that by the 696 right here to get the total cost that's left over. So let's quit out of that TVM solver. I'm going to have 120 times 696, and we have ourselves $83,520. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. All right. So that costs a bit of money to have that money sitting there. You're paying interest on it. But hey, man, it's the way of the world, right? Somebody's got to borrow money because you don't have it. All right, next up. Let's see if we can pay $100 more. You know what? Let's do $200 more. Maybe you're making bank, bro. You're like, I'm going to pay this bad boy down quick, right? That's maybe my highest interest rate loan that I've got. I'm going to do $200 more. Let's do it. So apps, finance, TVM solver. So now what I've got is I know my payment was negative $696. I got $200 more. It's going to be negative $896. All right. My interest rate and the present value of $65,000 is still the same. We're going to solve for our number of months. So alpha solve. And I've got now 87.28. So about 87 months right here. We'll do 87.28 just to be a little bit more accurate. Okay. We're not obviously going to have like a quarter or a third of the month, but hey, for this problem, that's cool, man. Okay. So now I'm going to take those months. I'm going to multiply by that payment of $896. And let's see what the total cost of this guy is going to be. So quit out 87.28. I'm going to multiply it by that 896. Boom. We have ourselves $78,202.88. So how do I know how much I'm saving? Woo! I'm going to subtract those two bad boys right there. You know what I'm saying? Subtract them. So I'm going to arrow up. I'm going to take the bigger number. I'm going to subtract, arrow up again, the smaller number. Boom. We've got ourselves $5,317.12 that we're going to save over the life of this loan here, along with saving that amount of months right there. What is that? 33 roughly months, almost 3 years off the loan and $5,000. So, hey, man, if you can make that extra payment, it's going to save you money. But hey, these choices are up to you, and you got the tools to figure out, if it's going to work, what you want to do. That's pretty dope. I love crunching some numbers, man. I hope you guys love crunching some numbers too. All right, man, that's it. That was dope. You guys have a fantastic day. Deuces.